நீங்க கேட்ட கேள்வி வந்து இட்ஸ் a classic problem what businesses go through. Hello, வணக்கம், welcome back to the new series which is called as the CEO Hotline series.
My pleasure.
Hi Sid, hope you are doing great. This is Gokul, founder and CEO of brainvoice.ai. We are building an AI model for enterprises, a custom AI model. We have been built for banking, hospital, now we are into manufacturing. So now my question is, each time when we meet our clients, they have a customized problem statement. So when we start working for that problem statement, we are building an AI model for them. So what happens, we are more focusing on to the particular vertical. So is it really good? So right now we have around 3 verticals of AI models. So is it good to take our AI models and sell to in the market, or we should focus on only one vertical? Please share your feedback.
Congratulations on your entrepreneurial journey and AI models specifically for hospital, banking, manufacturing. The fundamental question what I want you to answer is, do you have customers right now? Right? In the moon industry, like what you have started, do you have customers? நீங்க கேட்ட கேள்வி வந்து it's a classic problem what businesses go through, and that is the reason why it needs to be உங்களோட overall strategy documentல வந்து in your business plan you should have clearly articulated where we want to be and why we want to be in that particular space. In the dilemma what you're talking about, which is, hey, our focus is to be in healthcare, manufacturing, banking. But then you go and pitch to an airline customer, and the airline customer tells you, hey, can you build a solution for me? That is not your focus at all. So you don't want to be in that space. So there are various different angles to think through. The first angle which I want you to think about is, what does your core team come with? What domain expertise what your team comes with? And what is the problem what you're trying to solve? So play by your strengths is the first thing what I would say. உங்களோட டீமுக்கு வந்து healthcare domainல expertise இருந்ததுன்னா focus only on the healthcare domain. The moment you start thinking about, you pitch to a particular customer and the customer says, hey, build a solution for this, you are going to be doing so many different things. As a result of which, you will lose the focus on your core strengths. So, ungloda core strength வந்து healthcare, manufacturing, and banking. If these are the three areas, I would say further narrow it down and choose one domain, because that domain itself, உங்களோட addressable market size, நீங்க என்ன ப்ராடக்ட் பில்ட் பண்றீங்களோ அந்த ப்ராடக்டோட addressable market size அப்படின்னா அதுல வந்து what is the total revenue which gets generated, total money which gets spent in that particular industry and technology what you're talking about, அதுக்கு ஒரு நம்பர் இருக்கும். So when you've started a business in that particular area and you've figured out that there is a huge addressable market size now, you should just narrowly focus, stay laser focused in that particular domain, and then cross and then expand within that particular domain. Once you've expanded very well, then you can think about alternate domains if your core team has that expertise. That is one school of thought. Now, why is it so important? The reason why it is important is it keeps you in your lane, meaning உங்களோட focus area எது இருக்கோ, உங்களோட strength எது இருக்கோ, which will help you win more opportunities. When you don't have the expertise in that particular domain and you go and pitch it in a different domain, ஏதாவது ஒரு domainல உங்களுக்கு expertise இல்லைன்னு வச்சுக்கோங்களேன், you may not be in a position to sell well. All right. Another way to think about this is, and this is where funding is important. All right. You have developed a product, let's say in manufacturing, and you're selling in the manufacturing space. On the time you are going and talking to an aviation industry and you're pitching in the idea of a product what you've developed in AI. At that time, the customer says, hey, can you solve this particular problem? That becomes a services problem what you're trying to solve, or you're customizing your product to serve the aviation industry. At that particular point in time, you may want to think 2 things. One, do I want to build it as a services business or a products business? Do I have the team to do that? Do I have the capability? And does it keep me in line with the strategy, what we devised, what we put together for the organization at the first place? If it falls within your strategy, then you should do it. And if it is not going to take away your critical resources, உங்களோட key teams வந்து இந்த manufacturing productல வேலை செஞ்சுட்டு இருக்காங்க, கஸ்டமருக்கு சப்போர்ட் பண்ணிட்டு இருக்காங்க, அவங்கள புல் பண்ணிட்டு then I have to build an aviation proof of concept or something like that, then you're taking away the time from these people. So my recommendation for you would be is to stay focused on a particular domain and expand in that particular domain, and there'll be many different opportunities which will come, which will show up as a result of that. If you're going to, a perfect example is spray and pray. You spray in various different domains about the product what you've built, and there are a lot of companies who will say our product can work with any industry for that matter, but your product is built to actually cater to a particular industry. As a founder, you must have thought through ஏதோ ஒரு இண்டஸ்ட்ரிக்கு ஏதோ ஒரு ப்ராப்ளம் சால்வ் பண்ணுதுன்னு சொல்லி where you should be doubling down on. I hope that helps.